Well, hello everyone! Dan Hurt with Dan Hurt Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome! I hope to earn your subscription today. So I'm gonna let the guys just high bank for a while without the gold cube below it, as I take the gold cube apart and see how things fared inside of it. I'm taking it apart right now because unfortunately the water washed away the foundation of the gold cube and it fell. So it's time to see how she did. Let's take it apart and have a look. Actually, before I take it apart, let's show you how this thing works. So the screen that was up on top here was dropping the water in along here. Then as the water came down, these two V's funneled it out sideways, so it dropped it near the center of each gold cube. And it's a little stepped, two V's here stepped, because the water will go up on top of this one. It diverts some farther, some closer, but should give it a fairly good even distribution down into the troughs below that make up the gold cube. Now I've taken the straps off already, so I can take this off easily. Oops. And here is the gold cube dream mat installed in the gold cubes. You can see by the number of large rocks, we had a few mistakes as we went. A few times the screen overloaded and dropped big rocks in there, so that's definitely going to have affected it. But we have the dream mats specifically made for the gold cube. Thank you, Gino, at the Eureka everything store. Guess what they sell at that store? Everything! So I'm gonna wash these out right now and see what the dream mat caught versus what the regular gold cube matting caught. And see if anything at all made it through the high banker. I assume because this is hard rock gold and the way it's shaped, that some would have blasted straight through there. Well, let's clean her up. And then it helps if you have water to spray in. Okay, first thing I noticed about the dream mats and the gold cube, they clean up a whole lot easier. Now, start. There's the amount of material in 2 layers of the dream mat. Typically you wouldn't have that much big stuff in there, except we screwed up today. I do have to pan this stuff really slow because this hard rock stuff is so fine. And I will be keeping all of my tailings. I will be using those in some of my pay dirt bags, as well as some of the raw stuff right from the pit. I've decided I'm going to make 25 hard rock pay dirt bags using the gold I found here at this mine and the unsearched material from that pit.
Nice.
Plus I will use my tailings here because I'm panning fast and I'm probably losing some. Oh yeah, loaded in fine gold. I'll have to bring out the close-up camera to get me for that. Now considering we have been running all day on these mats, that tells us that the dream mat in the high banker is actually catching almost all the gold. Because even though I see lots here, it's not really that much compared to what's in the high banker. So there it is. We got gold throughout. See if I can get in the shade a bit so you don't see the glare of the sun. There we go. Gold throughout and some nice stuff. There's a fair bit of it there, that's for sure. However, that's nothing compared to what was in the high banker after our first run. Like 1/10 of it. But it's nice gold. Gold. So as I was showing the guys the fine gold, Mike says, "Hey, what's that?" That there is a nice size picker that made it.
Sorry, sabotage.
Mike is throwing dirt in my pan. It made it through the high banker and into the cube because it's so angular, coarse, and still has rock attached to it. So there was more than just all of that fine gold. There was also a picker. I will get good pictures of this at home when I can take really close-up shots. So cleaning the vortex mat is a lot more difficult. Got a little brush here for that. It really helps if you have the water pump where you can spray it down. I think I'd have a mutiny on my hand if I took the water. Now typically when I use the gold cube, just a typical 2-stack gold cube, again 90% if not 95% is in the top mat. When I use it on hard rock stuff like this, a lot more gets through the top mat because it's very small, it's really angular, and the pieces are weird shaped. They have big wings that hold in the water. So a lot more can get through. But that being said, we're also using dream mats in the top, which are supposed to be awesome. Let's see what happens. And the verdict is almost no gold. %, if not 99, where I was up in the top dream mats. The amount here, I couldn't even show you on camera, it's so small. I'd have to take out the magnifying glass. There's probably a few hundred pieces, but they are powder. Absolute powder. Gino, Eureka Everything Store, your mats did their work beautifully. You put a rock in the hole. Now I should also note that 90% of the gold is being caught in the high banker. At least 90%. So we are very happy with the dream mats up here in this high banker. Not saying the gold owl mats wouldn't have done the same. Gold owl mats are amazing as well. In my opinion, any rubber mat is going to do very well. Gold hog, gold owl, dream mat, they all do very well in a high banker. And now, for Mikey. Woo! Boof! Into a log. And you don't have to worry, there is no one down there, and there's no way anyone could be down there. So, we're all safe. And of course, I'm gonna get 100 different comments on my old hat, wearing my old hat again, and it's just because I forgot my new one. One of my patrons sent me a brand new hat, and I just forgot to bring it today. I keep this old piece of raggedy thing in my truck for when I forget my hat. Looks like the pump just ran out of juice once again. Luckily it was a perfect time. The box looks wonderful. Bryce just found a cool quartz specimen, apparently.
It needs to be washed off.
Oh, where are you? There you are.
Quartz with host rock.
Okay, Bryce. It slides down.
Oh, nice! Perfect! Nice!
Thanks, bro.
I'm totally keeping that in too, by the way.
Mike Astro, stand-up guy. Count on him.
Anyhow, nice piece of quartz. We found some really neat pieces of quartz today. All sorts of. This one's just full of crystals, all rotted away. The iron has all left, leaving the quartz crystals behind. Once I clean this one up, it should be gorgeous. Gorgeous. Right now you see a big piece of quartz in it, so you must have good stuff.
Yeah, I've been digging like this for like an hour.
Look at the quartz. It's just chunks of quartz everywhere through that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, Bryson! Bro, clearing skills.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to basically hold it vertical right now, right over the pan.
Yeah.
So anything falls out will fall into the pan. Now you're going to grab the bottom edge. Sort of grab it from behind though. Grab it from behind so you can rock it through. Perfect. Keep it over the pan the whole time, so make sure like this edge doesn't go off the pan. Yep. Yeah. You got it. And do that back and forth a few times. Turning it backwards like that opens up each of the cells to allow for things to fall out easily. And just make sure you're over your pan the whole time. And in a safety tub like this is also good, but there you go. You got a couple that we might need to pick at. They just have rocks jammed in them. And since we are cleaning up for the end of the day now, we will make sure that those get cleared. And then rock it through one more time. Rock it. There we go. If you want to hold the camera on me, I'll pan that out.
Sweetly.
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 Let's see what was in those upper mats. Again, safety tub here, and we don't have to pan in the attic because we brought a tub up. Ooh, there's a lot of pyrite in there. A lot of pyrite. A parrot. A pirate. Oh, look at all that pyrite. I should get the close-up camera out for this too. I'll have two cameras on at once. Come on, focus. There we go. Look at all the pyrite in there. Every one of those bluish gray pieces is a piece of pyrite. It is everywhere.
Bucket delivery.
Bucket delivery?
Brought a couple of buckets.
You gonna take some good stuff home with you?
No, I just figured there's a lot in that one bucket, and it would be easier if it was split into 3 buckets.
Yes! Good call. Stuff is just loaded in pyrite. You guys were on some heavy, heavy material there.
Excellent.
And it's not the pyrite either, because this stuff isn't rusted.
No, it's all silvery.
Yeah, the pyrite all rusts. So this is either an iron pyrite or an arsenopyrite. So don't eat it.
No. No. Well, you don't like a daily dose of arsenic?
Actually, they use it in some medicines.
They used to use mercury in some medicines too.
I think arsenic lowers your blood pressure or something like that.
I believe it.
Yeah, to 0, yeah.
Yeah. We gotta lower this guy's blood pressure all the way.
Look at the pyrites in there. Wow. I think that's as far down I'm gonna go for now. We'll clean it up properly at home. Let's see what we got. Can I do this one-handed? Oh yeah. Oh, there's some nice pieces in here.
Yeah, buddy.
So there's a couple of really nice pieces right there. We have about 40 billion pieces up there. 40 billion pieces of gold. Maybe that's the title of my next video. 40 billion pieces of gold.
40 billion times more gold than yesterday.
Yeah, oh, look at the piece of wire gold.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Buddy.
That is a beautiful piece of wire.
Yeah, that was definitely off of one of my
That came out of my hole.
Listen to these guys. I don't want to know about your hole, man.
Oh, it sounded so bad. Oh no. Mike said it.
That is a good little pan. I'm glad we stuck around for one more run.
Yeah.
Some yellow.
That is
Big
so
pieces there,
great.
and then just billions. Billions and billions of fine pieces of gold. Oh.
That sure looks nice.
Focus, focus.
Dude, good work, buddy.
Nice work. There's another big chunk down here. Oh, somewhere. I see it.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, there
I
it
see
is.
you.
Pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, there's gold in them there hills.
And them the rocks.
It all fell out of Dan's beard.
And there is the gorgeous gold. Just over 1 gram of gold, and some very nice pieces in there. And I think there's a lot of this in the tailings bucket too, because I panned this so quickly. So here are some of the more amazing pieces of gold. Just crazy, coarse, hard rock gold. That piece of wire is at least 3/8 of an inch long. That pyramid-shaped piece there, that crystal-looking piece, that was formed between 2 or 3 quartz crystals to give it that shape. And it's a big chunk. You can see there's quartz attached to some, there's rock attached to some. This is 100% natural lode gold, weathered straight out of the gold ore, the quartz vein. Amazing looking stuff. And of course we still have all of the powder. Powder, powder, powder. Just over a gram of gold in that run.
I walk along this lonely road. I just feel that everything else turn around. Pouring rain, cobblestones. I just try to keep me away from the ground. I'm tired of the street lights. My eyes just follow blurred lines. The night is gonna know the sunrise can bring me back to life. 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 To life. Can bring me back to life.
Well, everyone, we had a fantastic day here at the Blue Chip Mine, digging and running the high banker and finding some beautiful hard rock gold. Some really nice pieces in that last run. I really hope you enjoy watching this as much as we like taking it. And if you do enjoy it, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. I love to hear your comments. And if you haven't already subscribed and you like what you saw, please consider subscribing. I have hundreds of more videos on YouTube, and I will be making hundreds more in the future. And if you like today, there's a good chance you'll like what's coming up in the future. Big thanks to my patrons out there for supporting me. Because of your pledges, I get to do this, and I get to make these YouTube videos for everyone to watch. So until the next one, everyone, bye.